to Gaming Backlog. I'm Shell, and today we'll be talking about Alien Isolation. Alien Isolation has cemented itself as a survivor horror masterpiece by capturing an atmosphere so intense, you feel like Ripley from the very first Alien movie. There's a reason players still rave about this game, even after a decade later. So much so that the developers have announced that a sequel is finally in the works. Seeing that it's Halloween, there's no better time than to talk about this amazing game. Let's break down why Alien Isolation is such an incredible experience, so incredible that it would put the sequel movies to absolute shame. Except Romulus. True to its name, Alien Isolation nails the feeling of isolation like no other game. It drops you into Sevastopol Station, a derelict spaceship that looks straight out of the first movie. This was because 20th Century Fox gave the devs 3 whole terabytes of production material from the original Alien movie. To show just how faithful the game is to its predecessor, the devs used VHS recorders to capture all the grainy distortions you see in the game, rather than relying on modern overlays. They didn't need to, but this unnecessary attention to detail shows how much the devs cared. Creative Assembly meticulously recreated the retro-futuristic vibe of the franchise, right down to the clunky CRT monitors and switchboards. Every sound, every shadow, every flickering light on the Sevastopol feels perfectly out of place, which is exactly why it feels so right for horror. The game manages to keep you tense even in quiet moments, creating an atmosphere that isn't just spooky, it's downright oppressive. The star of the show is, of course, the Xenomorph. This isn't your average video game enemy that you can outsmart with a simple pattern or a bunch of save scumming. This alien is smart. And not just gotta outwit this alien smart, it's, hey, this alien actually remembers my last hiding spot smart. The AI is designed to make it feel like you're actually being hunted, adapting to your tactics in real time. 1 minute, you're hiding under a desk, heart pounding. The next minute, the Xenomorph's tail swings down next to you like, I see you've chosen the same hiding spot. Bold move. Previous Alien games have been mostly shooters that featured colonial marines, but Alien Isolation did something previous titles didn't to make it feel like an actual horror game. See, you can't kill it. Sure, you can throw Molotovs, wave your flamethrower around, and pray it gives you a few seconds to run, but you can't just shoot your way out of trouble. So most of the time, your best option is to hide, and hide, and hide some more. One of the most iconic tools in Alien Isolation is the motion tracker. It's great for tracking where the Xenomorph is lurking. However, don't rely on it too much because every time you use it, it beeps loudly. Yes, the very tool you rely on to stay alive also doubles as an alien dinner bell. Great. The horror of the motion tracker isn't just in knowing where the alien is, but in the brutal realization that it might now know where you are too. It's this delicate balance that Alien Isolation does so well, giving you tools that feel helpful, yet dangerous. You're constantly torn between wanting to stay hidden and wanting to know if you're safe, and 9 times out of 10, that beeping tracker leads you straight to the next closet. Horror games often rely on jump scares to create fear. Alien Isolation? It doesn't need to stoop to that level. There are jump scares, but the real horror is in the anticipation. It's in the flickering lights, the ominous sounds, the subtle hints that something is just around the corner. The game doesn't scare you by throwing the alien at your face. Instead, it builds up the tension until you're practically scaring yourself. The beauty of Alien Isolation is that it lets you stew in your paranoia. It takes its time, creating a psychological horror experience that's all about fear of the unknown. Alien Isolation isn't just a good game, It's a great adaptation. The developers at Creative Assembly were clearly huge fans of Ridley Scott's original Alien film, which emphasized more the horror than the action. The art design, the sound effects, and even the storyline all pay homage to the source material while building on it in meaningful ways. You're playing as Amanda Ripley, Ellen Ripley's daughter, and just like her mom, she's thrust into an incredibly hostile environment with little more than a wrench and her wits. While there are issues like the dated motion capture, the sometimes clunky AI, and even technical issues, they still don't outweigh any of the good that this game brings. The game's design, from the analog tech to the oppressive environment, feels exactly like the Nostromo, making every fan of the franchise feel right at home. Or at least as at home as you can feel in an abandoned space station with a hostile alien on board. Alien Isolation stands out as one of the finest survival horror games ever made because it doesn't rely on shock tactics or predictable monster spawns. It immerses you in an environment that's meticulously crafted to mess with your mind. It gives you a foe that you can't beat, only evade, and it puts you in situations that have you questioning every move, every sound, and every decision. So, if you're up for an experience that will keep you glued to your seat, gasping for air, and wondering if that noise was in the game or your actual house, play Alien Isolation! But what about you? What game are you playing for Halloween? Let us know in the comments, and if you want to see more episodes of Gaming Backlog, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. And this has been Shell, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye! Gotta hide now.